Hi again, everyone. Okay, this is going to be my last video for tonight before I actually fall asleep at the freaking camera because I'm extremely tired already, and I'm only going to get a couple hours sleep so I can actually watch the royal wedding at 5 a.m. And it's actually like 1 o'clock now, so once I get this video done, I'm going to go ahead and probably go to sleep. But I'll probably try uploading my first video that I did earlier in the night. Okay, so this is going to be about the dog, and I'm probably going to take the whole 15 minutes because I have a lot about the dog. So the story behind the dog is this. It was August of 2009. We were, I think it was like August 20-something. We were hanging out at a friend's house one day, and it was nighttime already almost, and we were just hanging out on their front porch and on the streets and drinking mate, and all of a sudden this lady walks by, and she had her daughter with her, and I see this little dog following them. And my husband had gone back upstairs in my friend's apartment to go reheat some water for our mate. And the lady walks by, and the dog looked like very similar to the dogs that they have in Uruguay. They have a special kind of dog that's just found in Uruguay, and it looked very similar. Totally adorable. And so I stopped the lady and I was like, oh my god, your puppy is so cute. And she says, oh, well, the dog's not ours. We were going out for a walk and the dog just started following us a couple blocks ago. And I said, what? I said, that is so weird. And she was kind of thin, and I couldn't tell how old she was. I knew she was still very young. And I said, really? I said, and she's just following you? And they said, yeah, we think she's hungry. And she said, but we're going to go over to the little bodega on the corner, and we're going to ask and find out if anybody knows if anybody around here has had puppies lately or something, if the dog belongs to anybody. So for a long time, I had wanted a dog again. My mom had given away our German Shepherd just a couple years before they moved to Florida. Like a couple months before they moved to Florida, they had given away our German Shepherd, and we had had our German Shepherd in our family forever. But there was nobody that could take her, not even me and my husband. We were in a really small apartment, and we just couldn't take her. And it wouldn't be fair to go from this big, huge house to a really tiny apartment. So one day my dad just surprised us and said that he had given away the dog. So it was really sad, and we missed our Julie. And my mom then had our cockapoo, Diana, who's really old too. She's actually named Diana because she was born a couple months after the death of Princess Diana. So we named her Diana. And so my mom had Diana with her, and I had been wanting a dog for a while. So I'd been researching a couple different breeds that I liked, and I was kind of set on dachshunds for a long time. I kind of actually, like for a while, I was like, yeah, I would love a dachshund. And I'm trying to adjust you guys better here. So I had really kind of wanted a dachshund. And then I also liked the Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. And those were the two that I loved. Now, of course, I had a love of German Shepherds, but I kept thinking, if we're going to live in apartments, there's no way that I can have a German Shepherd. So, the little clocks in my head, and my husband had always said, we can have a dog that's free. And I said, where the hell am I going to get a free dog? So, the clocks in my brain just started going around and around, and the lady was like, we can't have the dog, but the dog just keeps following us. So she said, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to go over to the bodega. And I jetted up the stairs, and I screamed for my husband. I was like, Maudie, come here, you gotta see this lady's dog. He's so freaking cute, and you gotta come down here. And I kept screaming and screaming, and he had no idea what the hell I was screaming about. He was like, what are you talking about? So he comes down, and as he comes down, the lady's coming back, and the dog's still following her. So I said, oh my God, I said, isn't she adorable? And my husband, I think, fell for her. He saw her, and I think he felt bad because he could see that the dog was hungry. The friends of ours that were with us had actually brought down some food, and we were giving her some food, and then the dog started, like, within literally 5 minutes, the dog was like hanging around us, and she was coming over to us and eating. And the lady was like, oh my God, that's so cute that she's staying with you guys. And she's like, well, and I looked at my husband, I was like, can we please have her? I was like, the lady can't have her. The lady had said she couldn't have any dogs in their apartment where they lived, so they couldn't keep the dog. And she was like, we can't have her. And so she's like, but it looks like you guys are doing great with her. Why don't you keep her and hold on to her? And the lady started walking away. And, like, the dog, of course, is eating the food and, like, hanging out with us. And the lady walks away. So I was like, oh, my God, did that just happen? Did I just get a dog? And I was freaking out because she was beautiful. So I'm going to show you guys some of her pictures. Her album is much easier to find because I have it labeled. And the pictures are all really nice and clear to look at. So while I'm pulling up the pictures, I'm going to finish telling you the story. So basically, we were kind of nervous because we're like, oh my God, what if the dog belongs to someone like right around the corner? And there was a kid next door who said that he actually knew whose dogs those were. And I was like freaking out. I was like, no, I want this dog. I want this dog. I want this dog. So I was like, my husband's like, okay, fine. He's like, just go take the dog, put her in the car, and take her home. And so that was it. She was mine. And we went, and he went, and then we went to a friend's birthday party that night. And I had stayed home for a little bit with her to just check her out and see what she was like. And, I mean, literally, I put the dog in the car, and the dog started freaking out, crying and howling and everything. And I took her home, and I was and then it was one accident after another. It was like, literally, she got into the apartment, she got on the carpet, and there was a big plop of poop. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I totally, like, had no idea how to take care of a dog again, because it was like my parents, when we were little, was when we got our dogs. And I don't remember what we did to take care of them in the beginning. So, of course, it was just hysterical. That night we went to a birthday party, and we took her with us, and she was just so friendly. She just loved everybody. And so I'm going to show you guys her album. Hold on one second. This is taking really long tonight on Facebook for some reason. And let's see what other stories I can tell you about her. I mean, she's just funny. Her ears are what everybody loves about her. I mean, her ears are so outrageously huge. And it was like, I brought her home, and when I brought her home, I was like, she looks like a German Shepherd. And I kept telling my husband, I was like, I swear, she looks like our dog did. But then her coloring and her hair and everything just didn't seem like a German Shepherd's. But then she had, like, parts of her tail look like a German Shepherd. Then, anyways, so her name came from, I was asking some friends at work, because the next day I was like, I got a dog! And everyone was laughing hysterically, because when I told them the story, they said, that is so you, that you would, like, steal someone else's dog. But the dog had no tags or anything. Nothing. No collar, no tags, no signs that she belonged to anyone. And obviously a mutt, obviously a mix. So I'm going to show you her pictures, but I asked my friends, I said, what name should we put her? And I said, think about, I said, we wanted to kind of give her like the name of like street, like we found her on the street. So I asked my friends to kind of say, how do you pronounce the word street in English? The Spanish word for street in English. And it's spelled C-A-L-L-E, and they all kept saying Cali, Cali, Cali. And it's actually calle, or some Hispanics will say calle. And like Cali, they all kept saying Cali, Cali, and I said, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to call her. So her name is Cali, and I'm going to show you her pictures. So, if they come out okay. This was the first day when we got her. And let me go, there we go. That was her first pictures. As you can see, her ears are all flopped over. She was so little. She was only, I want to say she was only about like 10 or 12 pounds. There she was, sleepy. She was so confused too. The first couple days, she had like no idea what the heck she was doing. But she seemed to latch on right away. There she is with my husband. These are photo splash pictures. They aren't that good. Oh, come on, Facebook, taking forever. And let's see. So I also feed her organic, like I said about the cat. She loves Wellness Core. But I also feed them Origin. There she was, one of the first little picnics that we took her to a couple days after, because we wanted to take her everywhere, and we still do take her pretty much everywhere with us. And so her ears did the funniest thing. I mean, her ears are hysterical. Her ears went through phases where they were flopped over in the beginning when she was little, and then eventually they started getting straighter. There she was sleeping under her my table. There she was with my husband. So they were still flopped over. And then, and she was playing with the football. Oh, there she was sleeping in my arms. She was so little. I'm trying to think of her. I'm trying to find her good pictures. Eventually her ears started straightening, but it was like one ear at a time. So like there's a picture of her, if I can find it. It's really funny. There's a picture of her where one ear is like going. Come on, it should be coming up really soon. Okay, so that's gonna be, I'll eventually make actual video of her with like pictures of her and the cat. So let me see what else to tell you about her. So, she's now about she's full grown. So she was about 10 weeks old actually when we got her. We took her to the pet store right across the street from where we lived when we got her. And the guy said, yeah, she's about 10 weeks old. And then, I set up a vet appointment for her like right away. And when we took her into the vet, I made sure that the day that we got her and we talked to the pet store where he estimated 10 weeks, I then recorded that day as this is what we thought was 10 weeks, and then when we took her to the vet, I counted the weeks, and he also said I was right about 10 weeks. So she's going to be 2 years old now in June, and you've seen her in the videos, so you know what she looks like now. She's hysterical. She's only 52 pounds, like 52, 53 pounds, and we did her DNA test a couple weeks ago. We found out that she's a German Shepherd, about anywhere from 35 to 75% German Shepherd, that she has anywhere up to 20% Belgian Shepherd, Belgian Tervuren, and then she has either 10% or less of Pit Bull and 10% or less of Rottweiler. Unbelievable DNA testing. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. These are some of her better pictures when her ears started popping up. She looked like a bunny rabbit, and she has so much personality. She's just, there's her one of her best ones. I have that picture framed actually. She has a lot of personality. So you've seen her in videos. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. She's like all over the place. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to do another video eventually on their health and what I do for them, holistic feeding and everything. But that's it for now, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.